Welcome to the W. I am junior reporter Nick Stratigakis. As you may have already heard, the war between Israel and Palestine is very tense, with a lot of issues surrounding it. As the war progresses, civilians throughout the Middle East are negatively impacted every day. According to Reuters, the fighting between Israel and Hamas, which launched a surprise attack earlier this month, is the latest in 7 decades of war and conflict between Israelis and Palestinians. This has completely destabilized the Middle East. The conflict puts Israeli demands for security in what has long regarded as a hostile region against Palestinian aspirations for a state of their own. David Ben-Gurion proclaimed the modern state of Israel on May 14, 1948, naming the establishment of the state of Israel as a safe haven for Jews fleeing persecution at the end of World War II and seeking a national homeland. U.S. President Harry S. Truman recognized a new nation on the same day. Israel's enemy, Hamas, was founded in 1987 by Sheikh Ahmad Yassin, a Palestinian refugee living in Gaza. The U.S. declared Hamas as a terrorist group in 1997. In the Israeli and Palestinian society, the conflict has generated a wide variety of views and opinions with a large number of civilian fatalities. Minority of Jewish Israelis support a two-state solution with the Palestinians. Approximately 60% of Palestinians support armed attacks against Israelis within Israel as a means of ending the occupation, while 70% believe that a two-state solution is no longer practical or possible as a result of the expansion of Israeli settlements. With the most recent attack on a hospital in the Gaza Strip, the UN said an evacuation would be impossible without devastating humanitarian consequences. Gaza's largest hospital is in the north and will not be evacuated. We have nowhere to transport the patients to, its director said. Gazans are panicked. Some fear they will permanently lose their homes. Most of Gaza's population are refugees or the descendants of those who fled homes in present-day Israel in the 1948 war and were never allowed to return. According to AP News, the Israeli military said it struck 750 targets overnight. Israel's retaliation has demolished entire neighborhoods, displacing hundreds of thousands of people. Medics are overwhelmed, innocent lives are being taken every day, and the war is causing major chaos across the Middle East. It is extremely serious, partly because it is taking place on several fronts at once. Israeli police actions against Palestinians protesting home evictions, cross-border fighting between Israel and Palestinian armed groups in Gaza, marches from Jordan on the West Bank border, and violence in Israel's mixed cities, towns with significant numbers of Jewish and Palestinian citizens. Combined, these confrontations are well on the way to becoming one of the worst spasms in the recent history of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. However, continuing to attack the coastal strip is likely to keep feeding the nation's underlying tensions. This war is likely to continue for years to come and have a strong impact on the Middle East as a whole. Back to you at the Anchor Desk.